giant goats.
Look at those! They are wonderful!
Yes, they are. They also scream quite a lot.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and I thought we could talk a little bit about Thors Goats. Well, if you saw Thor Love and Thunder, there was a ton of fun stuff thrown in there. Not really my favorite Thor outing, but I did have a good time, and I laughed quite a bit. Now, probably the funniest part of the whole movie were Thor's gigantic screaming goats. Now, this isn't something Taika Waititi came up with for the movie, and they've been a huge part of the Thor comics for a really long time, so I thought we could take a couple minutes to break them down. Now, they actually made their first appearance way back in 1976 in Thor Annual Volume 1, Number 5, and this was part of the War of the Gods story. Now, in the comics, they're known as Toothgrinder and Toothgnasher, and they are actually an integral part of Norse mythology. Now, they actually have Norse names, and I practiced for about 5 minutes trying to say them, and I butcher them so bad, but I've actually put them down below for you to read. Now, in the comics, they pulled Thor's chariot, and this allowed Thor to travel across multiple realms. Effectively, they are insanely powerful beings in the comics, even powerful enough to damage Thor's hammer. Now, just like in the mythology, they can be reborn. Typically in Norse myth, they're basically immortal. If you know your Norse mythology, these goats are actually eaten, and unless a bone has been broken in that process, they are reborn. Now, they've recently been a part of the comics, at least Toothgnasher was, when Loki actually resurrected him during the War of the Realms event. He was actually killed by Magog earlier in the comics and was brought back to life by Loki as a gift. They were developed for Marvel Comics by Steve Englehart and Steve Buscema, both Marvel veterans. Now, in the movie, they were given to Thor in a quite different way. If you remember correctly, Thor was saving the Indigarians, and in the process managed to completely destroy their temple. That's when they offered Thor the goats as a gift. Now, immediately the goats start to shriek, and it becomes pretty clear. I'm not sure if this was a gift or a little bit of a monkey for their back. I totally love the goats in the movie, and the scream never got old. In case you didn't know, Taika Waititi has actually confirmed that that scream was indeed inspired by the famous Taylor Swift meme. And I think it was one of the jokes in the movie that worked really good and kept being funny no matter what. I even laughed when the goats crashed on the planet. Now, whether we see more of Thor's goats in the comics in the future or on screen, we'll have to wait and see. I do imagine they will be part of future installments of Thor, and we do know that Thor will return. When we finally see Thor 5, we'll have to wait and see. So, what did you guys think? How did you like Toothgrinder and Toothgnasher coming to life on the big screen? And were you aware of their existence in the comics before the movie came out? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.